Hi everyone, it's Maeve here. I'm at Tegu, and I'm with the founders of Tegu,
Chris and Will.
And his brother Will. And
well, actually, I'm Will, he's Chris.
Will, Chris, sorry.
Yeah, that's right.
And we're just going to talk through, I'll step back so you can see Chris as well, the history of Tegu.
Yeah.
You can explain our little travel pals incident.
Sure.
And everyone asks me every day when we're getting travel totes into the UK.
Travel totes, wow.
Yeah.
You've thrown a lot at me there, Maeve.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So let's start with the factory and the history of Tegu.
Yeah, so Chris and I started Tegu together. Actually, Chris's original vision, traveling in Honduras, traveling in Central America, wanting to create opportunity for the poor, to put people to work, to create jobs, and obviously in our case to use resources sustainably. So Tegu is actually named after the capital city of Honduras, Tegucigalpa. That's a mouthful.
Yeah.
But it's where the factory is located.
Actually, before...
Yeah.
How do you pronounce it? We get asked this a lot as well.
Well, you'll hear things like Tegucigalpa and things like that, but it's Tegucigalpa.
Yeah.
And the brand?
And the brand is Tegu.
Tegu.
That's right.
Tegu.
Yeah.
Think like T-A-Y-G-U.
Okay.
But it's Tegu.
Hi, Katie. Shout out any questions you have, people, as we go.
All right, so Chris moved to Honduras. Tell the story.
Sure. Yeah, I moved to Honduras in 2009. And we basically moved into a rented warehouse space, started to import machines, started to figure out our local wood supply, and within 6 months we'd hired our first 12 people and started to actually produce toys. That was end of 2009, beginning of 2010. We now have 150 people at the factory. We're actually expanding and doubling our space at the moment. And over time, we've obviously gone from a very simple version of the product when we started to lots of different shapes and colors, and riffing and expanding on, magnetic wood blocks as we go.
And I should mention, when we first started the company, we were saying not another wooden toy company. There's way too many of those out there. We needed to do something different. So we actually went into kindergartens and started watching children play. And one of the things we found was, first of all, kids use toys to tell stories. It's how they basically articulate their narrative in their mind, the vocabulary they have at the time. But we also found that magnets were just magical. They were just this awesome, invisible, sort of powerful, mysterious force. And so it was pretty simple. It was basically, could we put magnets inside of wood and do something that hadn't been done in the wooden toy industry ever, and at the same time basically bring the sort of like mysterious, magical play of magnets into something that was very familiar. And that was where the magnetic wooden block from Tegu was born. And we're really proud to say Chris mostly developed a process for basically bringing these toys to life. It's actually patented all over the world now, and we're sold in over 70 countries.
I was at your first launch in Vegas.
Yeah.
Way back. Was that 09, 10?
That would have been 10.
Yeah, I was there when you had one product, one block.
That's right.
Yeah, it's come a long way. Colors and all sorts of things. We've got close to 100 products in the portfolio now.
Wow.
And one other thing I'd mention is, and this is sort of developed as Chris and I and others at the Tegu family have started families of our own. We are all about something we call freeing play. And this is really the idea that you don't need instruction manuals. You don't need to be told how to play. The child actually, if you put a 2-year-old on the ground, what's the first thing they're going to do? They're going to start playing. They don't need to be told. It's instinctual. It's natural. And so what we want to do, and what we always do, is develop toys that basically draw that out. We want to draw out the discovery of play for a child every time. So one of the things that's very important to us when we develop products, for example, is that no one toy that Tegu makes will ever play the same way twice. And so what you can imagine with that is that you're constantly discovering the possibilities every time you pick up the toy. It's like you're coming to it for the first time, but you're coming to it over and over again. So one of the things we love about it is when we say freeing play, we say it's not restricted. We say it's not done a certain way. We say basically it's the sort of toys and play that draw out the sort of most instinctive, natural tendencies of a child. And that's what we want to celebrate. So we want to free up play from learning. It's not about learning, it's about play. Of course, you will learn as you play, but that's not why you do it. You play because you want to play. Yeah, play for the sake of play. Right? So that's the story of what we're all about philosophically. And if we go over here, obviously all sorts of fun things like massive towers can be built.
We need this tower in our shop, Katie.
All right. Yeah, we can do that. We can definitely do that. In fact, you want to take this home with you in your bags?
Yeah.
You want to take it home?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been told to steal any travel totes from your stand.
Okay, we have one, so you can have that. Yeah. We won't even make you steal it. We can give it to you. These are the theme plays. So Monsters. Actually, this one won the Nuremberg Toy Award last year. Really exciting. Beans and Tum Tum. Stunt. This is kind of your Evel Knievel, Americana, Break It, Build It, Bust It, Build It Again. And then this is sort of the future line. This is really all about, possibilities of what's next and what's coming and kind of that sort of imagination. So electric charging plugs, that sort of thing. Robots, etc. This is really about on the go. One of the most successful products we've ever made is the pocket pouch. We've sold thousands upon thousands of these things. These are really great for mom's purse. So take it to a restaurant. It's a great alternative.
We say to in the shop. It's a great starting
Put it on
point.
the plane. Take it in the car. But it's attractive. How many toys can you put in your purse and be proud to carry?
Yeah.
This is certainly one of those. And obviously you can see the full range of colors here. We've done a lot of work on colors. And what I will say is consistently, time and again, one of the greatest points of feedback we get is we have the best colors.
You do have fantastic colors.
Yeah. The best? Are they the best?
They're the best.
Thank you, Maeve. Yeah, okay, I had to force that. And then, of course, you get into our classic line, which starts with 14 pieces, 24 pieces, and then 42. And this is really the bread and butter of Tegu. This is block building at its finest. This is basically your basic set of blocks. There's no one way to build, but what you can see is, take 24 pieces, the possibilities are endless. This is even pretty cool, too. We allow you to kind of play with the magnetic forces through the box itself. So you can see 14, 24, and 42 pieces. Pick your entry point and your size, and you're off to the races. And then probably as exciting as anything, oh wait, we can't show this. Just kidding. Probably as exciting as anything is Tegu's now launching new products for the 1 to 3 year old category. One of the things I mentioned before was that Tegu was developed in the kindergarten classroom. Well, there are a lot of kids out there that aren't kindergarten age yet, and so we decided to version Tegu and prepare it for a younger audience. So one of the most important things that we've done is actually, it's still magnetic of course, but we've actually introduced a visual cue where the magnets are. Of course, Tegu always plays with poles, so it's going to be white to black, in this case, positive to negative. And it allows a younger child who isn't as developed in their senses to begin to learn, okay, I'm feeling something with my hands, I can also see it with my eyes, okay? So, and I think we've introduced probably the world's first floating stacker.
Oh, I love it.
So, use your repelling forces and you're off to the races with something totally mysterious. One of the cool things, this breaks down into its component pieces and just like another piece of construction toy.
Lots of love for this new stuff.
Yeah, good. And then let me show you these. This is the perfect baby gift, okay? So this is, we call these the Swivel Bugs. Very simple play pattern. Again, it's not going to play the same way twice, even though it's a very simple toy. So it finds home, it has the magnetic connections. So you're beginning to learn these forces, okay? And then obviously you can twist and pull. You can even do some fun things like spinning this around on its axis. So lots of great news.
Loads of colours.
Yep, and these are retailing for $13. Very affordable.
Don't worry, he's just about to tell us where is your aeroplane.
Yep, your airplane, your Travel Pal airplane is.
Lots of questions about where their airplanes are.
Yeah, they've been in such demand that we have been unable to supply them as we normally would. But I'm pleased to say that basically we're preparing a rush shipment for Maeve and all of her customers to get it right. So I would think within the next few weeks is probably the best way to put it.
And we can get some totes on there as well.
We might be able to get some totes. Maybe we stuff the Travel pals inside the totes.
Are we talking about this, Maeve?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
That's right.
Well,
Now that's just teasing them.
Coming soon.
That's just teasing all the customers waiting on them.
Yeah, she pre-sold 100 of them.
I
No,
Fantastic.
400
That's
of them.
great.
600.
Wow.
We might take in, we might sneak them in our suitcases.
In your suitcase. Take them home in your suitcase.
So
All right, so that's Tegu.
That's Tegu.
Yeah.
So let's see, any questions? Just lots of love. Everyone's loving the new stuff. The new stuff is coming in when?
It will begin shipping from our factory in May, which probably means summertime. It's going to arrive.
So June, July to us, really.
Let's say that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Maeve. Thanks,
Yeah,
everybody.
pleasure.
Bye.